Skeleton Dance, played by the Edison Concert Band.
Good morning. We are in Salem, Massachusetts, and we're on our way to breakfast. About to go get some snacks, and we're taking you along with us. On our way there, we had to get distracted by Brillat Craft Cult and go inside and look at all the cool things they had in their store. It was absolutely amazing, and I was surprised that I didn't actually buy anything. When we got to breakfast, I had some delicious poutine, and I can't remember what Kate had, but they had this really cool crochet on the walls. And after that, we made our way to the witch house. This is the house of one of the judges in Salem, and it's very, very old. It's been here for absolutely ages. I was surprised that they still let people go inside, and I'm so glad that they did because we got to see lots of really cool old artifacts and had a wonderful time. After the witch house, we ended up going to a bunch of stores and looking at everything Salem had to offer when it came to shopping. Right, we've spent most of our morning shopping, and now we are just waiting for our Bewitched tour to start. So we're gonna get some history and hopefully some spooky facts as well.
We're scanning in what once was Bridget Bishop's apple orchard. Now on top of that, she's kind of known for starting fights in town.
They're hard to read. Yeah, they're probably pretty weather worn. She say this was the second.
It's a little free. Nice coffee there.
This tree was called the Mother Oak and was responsible for all the other oak trees in the graveyard. After we went and had a bit of a walk, we decided to pick up some souvenirs for our parents back home. Alright, so now we are outside the Ropes Mansion, which was Allison's house in Hocus Pocus, and we're looking at some of the gardens. It's very pretty. In 1893, the Ropes Mansion was left to the three unmarried Ropes sisters who moved to Salem and were convinced that it was the perfect place to make a home for themselves. I kind of like the idea of three single sisters living together and walking among these gardens. We ended our day by having an amazing dinner at a restaurant called Ledger, meeting some bony buddies, and then heading home to our Airbnb to watch Hocus Pocus together. Day 2 started at the Jolie Tea Company, where we had tea for breakfast, and it was absolutely delicious. After that, we went to Count Orlok's Nightmare Gallery. I couldn't film inside here, but if you like horror movies, I definitely suggest checking it out. Nobody told me it was going to be toasty here, except for my weather app. But we are going to go to the House of Seven Gables and check that out. So here we go. The House of Seven Gables had an amazing view of the harbor where all of the ships used to come in and where people would make a bunch of money off of the goods that they carried. I haven't read much Nathaniel Hawthorne. We had the Scarlet Letter in school, but I didn't know a lot about him before I came here, and I feel like I learned a lot by doing the tour. We are walking downtown to a night tour. This one's by Black Cat Tours, and I think it's going to be a little bit more about like the legends and spooky stuff that you can hear about. So we're very excited.
Some tables were upside down or turned on their sides, and the dinner itself was...
On our way home from our ghost tour, we admired the shop windows we passed and then settled in to watch the craft together. Alright, today is our final full day in the city, and we're gonna go to the Peabody Essex Museum and do a little more shopping. The Peabody Essex Museum was interesting because it was a good mix of art and history, and I think most people who visited would have an interesting time looking at everything. They also own several of the historic houses around town, so it's nice that they're all maintained. This is the biggest elevator I've ever seen. Stop of the day, we hiked out to Proctor's Ledge. This is a memorial to all the people who were hanged during the witch trials, and it was really nice to see how many people came to pay their respects and all the little goodies and trinkets they left behind. How is our trip going?
It's great. It's toasty, but it's great.
Hello. I wanted to show you a few of my favorite parts of the Airbnb that we are staying in. Starting with these lovely built-in cabinets. Isn't that adorable? So cute. And then we got this stern boy over here. I don't know who he is, but he's got a wonderful mustache. Then in the kitchen, we have these sailors who have remembered to put their lipstick on. Ah, hello, darling. They look so mad. And then we're gonna go back into the dining room and I will show you the absolute best thing about this Airbnb. This closet. He's the best roommate I've ever had. Today is our last day, and we just had breakfast here. We pretty much just did a little bit more wandering before heading to the airport and flying home. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you did, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!